Hello, my dear grandchildren. Here's a favorite story of ours that I'd like to read for you today. It's called Breakfast by Shirley Hughes. Do you remember this picture? We've seen it before. What's going on in the picture? Do you see our friend Alfie coming down the stairs? What's he wearing? He's wearing his jammies, isn't he? Does he have his jammies on? There's Alfie coming down the stairs, and who's following him in her little pink nightie? That's Annie Rose, isn't it? What else can we see in this picture? Somebody's sitting here in the kitchen. Can you guess who that might be? Who's hiding back here in the corner? That's Alfie's special stuffy elephant, isn't it? What about here? What's this? Do you have one of those hammer toys? It can be a lot of fun to hammer on those pegs and make them go down, isn't it? And what else do we see here? These are Alfie's boots, right? For stamping in mud and puddles. Let's read the story, okay? Breakfast. Early one morning, Alfie helped his baby sister, Annie Rose, out of her cot, and they went downstairs. Alfie went down forwards, holding on to the banister. Annie Rose went down backwards, feet first. See her little feet coming first? Very smart when you're kind of small. Dad was in the kitchen having his breakfast. Oh, that's who's in the kitchen with his yellow robe on. So Alfie and Annie Rose joined in and had breakfast too. There they are, getting ready to start their breakfast. Alfie sat up at the table in a proper chair. He had a china bowl with bears marching all round the edge. Annie Rose sat in her high chair with the tray in front. She had a plastic drinking mug and bowl and her own little spoon. They're all smiley and ready for their breakfast. Nothing prettier than smiles on children's faces in the morning. Right? It's always good to start the day being cheerful. What's going on here? Shall we read and see what happened? What's happening in the picture? What is Annie Rose doing? Doesn't look much like she's eating, does it? Is she yelling? Or crying? Dad stopped reading his newspaper so he can see what Annie Rose is doing. I wonder what it is. While Alfie was eating up his cereal, Annie Rose pretended she was playing in a band. Oh, I see, she's having a pretend. She drummed her spoon on the tray, ring-a-ding, bong-a-bong, and sang very loudly, Mora, 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 gora doole. Dad hid behind the cornflakes packet when Annie Rose was singing and playing because it was so noisy. Oh my, Annie Rose. Silly baby. When Alfie got tired of spooning up his cereal, he made patterns with it in his bowl instead. He made all the crumbly bits into an island, with a sea of milk all round. But soon the island got all soppy and soggy So he gave each bear a piece of it. Can you see the bears marching around the edge of his bowl? And they're each getting a piece of cereal. He gave each bear a piece of it with the tip of his spoon. After that, his breakfast looked rather messy. Oh dear. Alfie, what have you done? I just noticed something. Did you notice Alfie's cup? What does it have on it? It's got a bear on it too. See, the bowl has bears and his cup has bears, has a bear. That's nice, isn't it? I would like to have a cup and a plate with bears on it, on them. Okay, so let's see what Alfie's going to do next. Then Alfie kindly started to help Annie Rose with her breakfast. Good job, Alfie. He filled up her drinking mug with milk. Annie Rose could drink out of it very well by herself, but when she'd had enough, she started to drip the rest onto her tray and onto the floor. Dad had to get a floor cloth and mop it up. It's getting on her toes, it's getting on the chair, it's getting on the floor. Annie Rose, that is not what you do with your milk. No, no, no. Messy baby. She's funny, isn't she? I need to get the pictures so you can see them. Annie Rose could eat out of her bowl too, when she wanted to. Alfie helped her fill up her spoon. Good job, Alfie. But today she couldn't make up her mind, oh dear, where her breakfast was supposed to go. She tried putting it into her ear. Oh my. Then into her hair. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Then she started to spread it all over the place. Annie Rose, you are going to need a bath when you're done. Quite a bit of it went down her front. She is just covered in cereal, isn't she? Can you see it in her hair and all down the front of her? Oh my. Annie Rose, you have made quite a mess. She looks like she's enjoying herself, doesn't she? There's Alfie trying to help again. Put it in here, Annie Rose, said Alfie, opening his mouth very wide and pointing. Good thinking, Alfie. Then Annie Rose opened her mouth very wide too and put in a big spoonful of breakfast all by herself. Look, Annie Rose is eating up her breakfast, shouted Alfie. Eating is quieter than singing, I suppose, said Dad. Do grown-ups sometimes make funny faces like that when they have big messes to clean up? Maybe Alfie's dad isn't quite so happy about having to clean up all the mess from the little bears and all the mess from Annie Rose. What do you think? But Annie Rose is eating now, and Alfie helped. Good job, Alfie. Good job, Annie Rose. The end. I love you.